of making the kind of positive impacts that she has made on so many student athletes over the years. Coach Bianchini was the coach of the William Penn Colonial Field Hockey team for 26 seasons, from 1969 to 1994. She amassed a record of 266 wins, 62 losses, and 43 ties. It has a winning percentage of 71.6%. She won 10 conference championships, including 2 state championships in 1998 and 1994, 1988 and 1994, which were both undefeated seasons. Coach B was instrumental in starting the High School Coaches Associations for field hockey and softball, in which she chaired for 14 years. She also served as the regional representative for the U.S. Field Hockey Association High School All-American Program for 4. Over her 26-year tenure, 10 of her players received scholarships to play Division I field hockey. Thank you. She is still visible pacing the fields here at William Penn in the fall and the spring. To share some stories about Coach Bianchini, I'd like to bring up 2 former players, starting with Jamie Summerfield.
And he's going to give me the microphone. Ooh. First of all, B, I just want to know, were all those stats correct?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right, I just want to check. All right, hold on.
I got them from
her. Oh, you got them from her, of course, of course. You know what, maybe I shouldn't stand behind here because you can't see me, right? All right. You know what, I think I wrote like 18 different speeches. I'm not going to use any of them. Because, you know, honestly, when you talk about this woman, you can't put it really into words, right? Like her legacy, her tenacity, her love for the game, her love for the players. I do want to say, like, one thing though, you know, I can't wait till this is pulled down, and I hope they spelled it correctly, right? So, but you know, several former players have been like trying to get this, like a field dedication and that, and you know, and it's been a long time coming. And I just want to quote singer-songwriter Lizzo. It's about damn time, right? Okay? So, with your legacy in that, I don't want to take up a lot of time today, but it is really hard to put into words. You know, coming here as a freshman, I almost went to a VOTEC school, I know. But I talked my mom into coming to William Penn because I wanted to play for you. And it was the reputation of your program, both field hockey and softball, that brought me here. And I did okay. I did okay. But, you know, the legacy that you are providing all of us, because you can see we have so many connections, and that's the one thing. It's not just about the game, and it's not just about winning. It's about the connections and the relationships that you have built throughout your for 100 years, right? But you can see here that we are intertwined. Like there's threads, there's connections, and you know, if you've ever been to one of her Christmas parties, you would know that like it's always a reunion every year. And if you did not make the list, just disregard what I just said. There's no Christmas party that happened. There's no meatballs that are made by the cousins. Where are they? Are they here today? Oh, there we are, yes. The cousins who always make the meatballs. But you know, B, you really set the foundation for a lot of the players that came through William Penn and who are currently going through William Penn. That, you know, you taught us respect. You taught us integrity. You taught us a love for the game. You taught us to get up when we couldn't. And if we didn't get up, you were coming after us anyway, right? So there's a whole nother like section that we can't mention here today and get on film and have witnesses of things that happened then. But if you would like to talk about it, come see me afterwards and we can swap some stories. But B, you know, again, you can't really put into words what this means not only to us, but to have this for you.
And I just turned myself off. Matt, did you do that? Oh.
Okay, sorry. All right. I thought that was like the cutoff. You know, and that's fine. I understand. But what I was going to say was like, you know, all too often we're able to talk about people when it's not a good time, right? When it's not a celebration like this, and usually it's at a funeral or something, right? We're not there. We are not there. Today is your day, and we just want to celebrate you. And you know, it's just mad respect, and you know, coming from a player to a coach. And then also a friend. I can call you friend, right? Okay, good. You know, you have gone the I don't even know, like the trials and tribulations and everything that we've gone through together, and everyone here that has gone through together. You know, I know I'm going to miss everything that I put in that speech, the 7 times, 8 times that I wrote it, but I'll send you a card that has everything else in it, that what I was not able to express today, but a very heartfelt thanks for everything that you have done for everybody here in one way or another. And you know what, I'm probably past my 5 minutes, but I'm going to pull a Mel, and I'm going to keep Thank you, B. Thank you.
Thank you, Jamie. And now, Laura Mollican.
So, I did try to put into words, so bear with me. Jamie, I did what you did. Okay. And I'm going to stand behind the podium because I am taller. First of all, thank you all for coming today. This is just a terrific turnout. And I want to thank William Penn and Colonial Nation, Matt, for helping put this together. I think what you're doing is really just a tremendous, it's an honor, it's a tribute to the coaches and those that have been here. So I met Ro when I was in 8th grade. She took my older sister Carol to a pitching clinic, and my twin sister Linda and I tagged along. At the time, I couldn't imagine the next 4 years playing field hockey and softball for Ro having such a profound effect on my life and the lives of so many others. And I certainly would have never thought that nearly 40 years later, this wonderful woman would be known as a pioneer, a legend in women's sports, that I'd call her a mentor, and more importantly, as you've allowed Jamie, I call you a friend. She's somebody who lands at the top of my very short all-time favorite people list. And not short like short like there's only a few people on it, who all happen to be field hockey people, interesting enough. When we think of the definition of a living legend, it's somebody who has, through their actions, created unforgettable impressions, somebody who others say had a great impact on their life. Our playing days at William Penn, under the direction of Miss B, Ro, B, Vern, Queen B, the one and only, afforded us many special memories, magical moments. Each special memory was the result of a shared experience, shared with teammates who were reaching for the same goals, with Miss B leading the way. Ro put those goals out there for us, made us believe they were possible, made us believe we could achieve them if we worked together. It's really only with the passage of time and maturity that we all realized just how damn lucky we were that she created those opportunities for us and showed us the way. And I know you're sitting there thinking and listening to this, I just wanted to coach kids. I just wanted to get them to love playing as much as I did. So, I think you should just sit there, enjoy these platitudes, because I'm pretty sure when we all played for you, this was not what was going through our minds. Miss B was and still is, above all things, an educator. Through her coaching, she taught us life lessons. For example, many of us remember Harriet the Sleaze, our imaginary friend who visited during homecoming and prom times as our reminder to act appropriately and behave like classy young ladies. And then there was Miss B herself, the small but mighty, real-life Italian stallion who at times of high stress and little discipline reminded us, while we were in push-up position, that if we wanted to reach our goals, we could not have the intensity of cockroaches. When times were tough and we underperformed, we heard it loud and clear. And when we met the expectations and played well, we knew that too. Ro's ability to be a straight shooter, to be all about the game and all about the betterment of her athletes and players, was why and how she earned the trust of her players. In true leadership fashion, B did things the right way. She taught us how to be a team, how to work together, how to perform our individual role and perform it well, all the while making each and every team member feel valued for their contributions. I'd like to share a quick story. My junior year was 1987, and we played Seaford in the state round of the state, in the first round of the state tournament, you're thinking now, I can see the wheels turning. We were the higher seed, and at the time, like the downstate teams, they were not any good. And I know the times have changed, but that's how it was then. Needless to say, our confidence got the best of us, as sometimes happens when you're 16 and 17 years old, and we lost. Ro brought us together, told us in her no-nonsense kind of way how we underperformed, how we didn't play well enough to deserve to win, you know, blah, blah, blah. You all know it. So I was very angry at Ro's words. And again, I was a junior, and kind of in my smart-ass way said in front of the entire team, we know this. You don't have to tell us how bad we played. It was not my proudest moment. But instead of ripping into me in front of everyone, which would have been justified, Ro pulled me aside, gave me a little pep talk, sharing her wisdom and insight. She chose in that moment to be an educator. And right then and there, I vowed to try to be a better leader, to help the team do everything we could to not have that feeling occur again. And I'm proud to say we went on the next year to win the first state championship in William Penn Field hockey history, beating the mighty Tower Hill in an epic game that lasted 4 overtimes. I think we were the reason they changed the overtime rule, but it should always be that way. But Ro led us to believe we could do that. More than the wins, the championships, all conference and all state players and all Americans, Ro created a culture of caring. She continued to have our backs throughout life and created a family atmosphere. We are all Ro's kids. Anybody who's been a part of William Penn field hockey or softball is a part of her family and knows what it means to give your best, to be your best, to show up when it matters, and to look out for one another. It's hard to fathom how it's possible for one person to hold so much love in her heart for so many. But this describes what Ro is all about. As a coach, as an educator, and as a person. We are all her kids, and for that, Rosemary, we thank you. I speak for everyone here when I say thank you for all you have given of yourself, for your passion to be an educator, a coach, and a mentor. This is a tremendous honor, and we're thrilled to be a part of this special event. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ladies. This weekend and today is a very special weekend and Friday for Coach Bianchini and for William Penn Athletics. She hasn't coached in quite some time yet. We still refer to her as Coach. That title will remain with her forever. And we would like to grace these fields with a title that will mean something to all the players who have competed on them and that will last forever as well. So with the support from the Colonial School District Board President Ted Laws, Superintendent Jeff Menzer, and other Colonial School District administration, I am extremely honored to be able to proclaim on Friday, October 6th of 2023, the field hockey field here at William Penn is now dedicated and named Ro Bianchini Field. For a quick speech, Coach Ro Bianchini.
Basically, I want to thank everybody for coming. A lot of you took time from work, and a lot of you drove many hours, and I really, 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 really appreciate it. I stayed up for the last 3 nights because I couldn't sleep, but I can't think of a speech, so I'll just have to wing it. Basically, everything they said is true. I love coaching. I have always loved coaching. My family, I thank them for coming. My oldest brother Butch got me started with baseball because if he played, I played, and he hated that, but it made me a pretty good athlete. And my younger brother Mike, who's been at almost everything, he was my press guy on the softball field. My 2 cousins, Linda and Sue, have been at all my Christmas parties. And by the way, you're all invited. It's the first Sunday in December, I think. Except for Mary Lou, she forgets. You have to tell her. I want to thank my sister-in-law for being here, and I want to thank mostly all the people that played for me. God bless you. I was a tyrant. I really was. And I know I was, but I knew you could do better, and I made sure you did better. And I did love every one of you. Didn't look it when I was coaching, but I really, really did. I love coaching. I still helped a couple kids out this year. Not as much as I would like, but I would still help kids out. Coaching was my life, and I don't regret a single day of it. I thank all the other teachers, alumni, administration. Thank you. And I also want to congratulate the other coaches that I grew up with at William Penn. Jack Holloway, Mel Gardner, and Bruce Reynolds. All great people. And when you were at Penn back in those days, you had to be a winner. You had to be a winner because everybody wanted William Penn. I wish we could get that back here, and hopefully kids will come back with a little bit more spunk. I want to thank my kids for not only being great athletes, and most of you ended up doing great things, exceeding all my expectations. A lot of you helped me coach. A lot of you coach at every level. Some of you were national champions. Laura's one of them. She's at a big wig at Ursinus right now. I mean, everybody has really done well, and that's what makes me proud, because you are my kids, and I do love you, and I'm so glad all of you did well, and you represented us well. And I still hang with you because you're my family. You're my second family, and I'm really close to you because I spent a lot of hours with you every time. So thank you very much for coming. I appreciate everything the district has done. I certainly appreciate the fact that you gave me the chance to do what I wanted to do, which was coach. And I loved every minute of it, and I wouldn't trade it. So thank you for coming.
Today continues a special period for William Penn Athletics as we work to acknowledge the 4 special coaches who have continued the high standard of coaching and leadership. Please also mark your calendars and join us for the other facility dedication starting tomorrow at the homecoming football game as we dedicate the football field to Coach Bruce Reynolds, and then again Saturday, December 16th at the Howdy Duncan Wrestling Tournament prior to the championship rounds at approximately 3 p.m. as we will be dedicating the wrestling room to Coach Jack Holloway. As we conclude today, I hope you guys all hang out and enjoy the game, and then there's some things going on with people hanging out and enjoying some snacks and stuff. But before we leave, because Coach Bianchini kind of has been close with all of you, we'd like to get a group picture. If we can get everybody kind of on this side, and we'll get it really quick, then you guys can be on your way. But we'd like to give that as a gift to Coach B for everybody that's here today. Thank you so much for coming, and we will see you on Colonial Nation.